Welcome back to my face. It's now time to talk about the second division of Dansk Metal Star League with, as Oliver told you, an emphasis on the best game of this week. The best game this week is actually a Hijacker versus Snowski. Before this round, the third round of the week of Dansk Metal Star League, Snowski haven't been able to win any of his first two games. He lost in the first round 1-2 against Irony, the Zerg player, and in the second game 0-2 against Rallet. He's been known for a long time in the StarCraft 2 community, and he had to bring home a win in this game to be able to keep his dreams of advancing. Snowski has recently changed his name, like he have done several times. He's been known as Volle, Mamba, Archie Mamba, and now finally settled for Snowski. Hijacker, we haven't really been a stable part of the Danish scene for a very long time. In the last week, he actually won against Irony, which speaks a tale about him, since Snowski actually lost against him in the first round. Unfortunately for Hijacker, he only took home the first map against Snowski, while Snowski secured the win by winning the second and the third map, the Cloud Kingdom and Daybreak. Snowski says, in game 1 I underestimated the Hijacker and I didn't saw the Nidus Worm, which lost me the game. In the two next games I was quite confident that I could take him on in macro games, and I hit him on the macro and won the next two games. But let's move on to the rest of the results. We're going to do this really quick. We want to emphasize that the Super Division, the best players, let's focus on them. But of course we shouldn't rob you from the results. First of all, we had of course Rallet versus Irony, 1-2. Hijacker versus Snowski, match of the week, 1-2. Taz versus Spacey Macy, 2-0. And Kira versus Den Lilleman, 1-2. This was the second division 1, which brings us the league standing as following. Den Lilleman Rallet in the top position, as Snowski and Spacey Macy is lagging behind. Spacey Macy hasn't even won a game yet. In the second division 2, we had first of all Kira versus Drafter, 2-1. We had Canada versus Arnold, 0-2. We had Svanne versus Space Marine. It was a walkover since they couldn't actually get a match scheduled, so Space Marine took the game as Svanne didn't really do anything to get the match started. And in the fourth game we had Storm versus Madras, which Storm takes 2-0, which brings us the following. Storm and Kira way in top, while Svanne and Canada is in the bottom. And this brings us on to the next week's schedule, which Oliver will take care of.